Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. This is In the Fired, and today we're going to be talking about a very common question which interviewers like to ask, and that is, do you have any questions for me? So let me share with you first what not to ask, right? This is actually when they're asking you the question, do you have any questions for me? The intention is to actually judge if you have an interesting question to ask. This is a time where they're testing your thinking skills, and this is a closing good impression you can leave behind. So don't waste this opportunity. Some candidates have asked very basic questions. Let me give you an example. My friend Ben, he said that when he asked this question for a candidate, and she was quite qualified technically speaking. She was applying for an engineering role, and her engineering skills were there. But her question was like, well, what is the bus schedule that runs from here? You should not ask questions like this, because it shows that, that sort of questions you can find the answers yourself. Why are you asking me? If you can answer your own question, then you should not ask me for that, right? Because in a working environment, I want to hire somebody who's very proactive and, problem solvers and do their own thing. I don't want to hire somebody who I have to tell every little things to. So do not ask basic questions that you have your own answer. Also, don't ask questions about like working hours. I interviewed somebody once, and she was already a lawyer with 7 years of experience, and she really wanted the job. But then, I asked her, do you have any questions? And she said, what is a work-life balance here? And this is actually a really bad indicator, because we haven't even offered you the job yet, and you're already asking what time can I go home, to enjoy my life. It's not like we're expecting you to be here all the time, but at the same time, you gotta show some sort of dedication as well, right? So please don't ask questions along this line. So then, what questions should you ask then? So there are three kind of questions you should ask. The first one is a question to show your knowledge. The second kind is a question that show your desire to excel. The third kind is actually when you have clarifying question, where you're not sure if this company is a good fit for you. You should ask them. Especially somebody who is a bit more senior and it can be a bit more picky and choosy, you should ask questions that that concerns you and make you a bit worried about the company, right? So let me give you a question, an example. So this is the kind of question that show your desire to excel. And I like to ask this question a lot. I would ask, what are the performance metrics for this job? Essentially, how do you judge success, right? How can I be a top contributor to the team? So that this kind of question shows that you are very motivated and you're thinking about the team, and you already wanting to know how the team measures success so that you can be a part of it. This is the second kind of question you should ask, which is a question to show your knowledge for the company or the product, your knowledge, your passion. Okay, let me give you an example. I was interviewing with a company that is food delivery, and I've done tons of research, and I found out that they're also moving away from food delivery. They're also delivering like goods, consumer goods for 7-Eleven. So my question was, well, I've seen that recently you struck a deal with 7-Eleven. Does it mean that you're moving away from your core product, which is delivering food, toward, delivering consumer good, right? And when I ask this sort of question, it shows that I've done my research. I care about the market. I care about the product. And these sort of questions, the interviewers are thinking of day and night anyway on top of their head, because this is their job. So when you show that you understand a part of their job, you understand their concerns, you understand what they do on a daily basis, they feel like a better connection to you, and they feel like you can be part of the team. Okay, so ask a question to establish fit. That means when you're not sure a certain thing about that company, right? You have concerns, you should ask. Like for me, for example, I'm very passionate about healthy food, right? So if I join a company that does like food delivery, I would also want to ask them, like, do you also have a product specifically? Well, I would ask, like, right now, I know you don't have a product specifically catering to, healthy eaters. Do you have any plans in the future to do so? Okay, so by that question, it shows that first, I know what the current work involves, and secondly, it shows that, like, that I really care about healthy eating and I want to know. So this is mainly for you. When you ask this sort of question, you are deciding whether you should take this job or not, right? And so this is something you should ask. Maybe not ask in the first interview, maybe toward, like, later round, so you don't look so picky, but you should ask before you take the job. So in summary, questions you should ask is like the questions to show your knowledge. Second kind of question you should ask is showing your desire to excel. And then the third one is if you have like burning questions about the company, burning concerns, then you should ask that. That's all for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going for a bike ride soon. And so I hope you get out there and enjoy some sun as well. Bye-bye.